Hello students, welcome back to my channel, The Checkup with Dr. Noor. So let's continue with immunology from the first aid. So today we are going to talk about the immune privilege. So in order to remember the organs which are protected from the immune system is the mnemonic exempt by protection team. E is for the eye, B is for the brain, P is for the placenta, and T is for testes. So limit the immune responses to avoid damage to inflammation. They are privileged, that means that they're protected from rejection. Allograft here is less likely to be rejected. The new concept is the MHC, that is a major histocompatibility complex that is mainly responsible to show antigens to the T cells. There is a huge table that is present on the first aid. I have tried to make it easy for you. So there are two types of MHC complex. There is MHC1 and MHC2. So MHC1 is mainly responsible for showing the internal antigens that are present inside the cell, whereas MHC2 shows the external or the outside antigens that are present outside of the cell. So CD8 and CD4. CD8 is 1 into 8, that means the MHC1 works with the CD8. 2 into 4, that is CD4, so 2 works with the CD4. If we talk about the MHC1, so it responds to the internal antigens, that is I, inside, infected and intercellular. Its loci are A, B, C. The structure is one alpha chain and beta 2 microglobulin. The alpha chain is longer than the beta 2. All cells express MHC1 except RBCs. All nucleated cell actually, the platelets, but not the RBCs. The function is to present the endogenous antigens such as the viral and the tumor proteins to CD8 cell and the cytotoxic T cell. The antigen loading is the rough endoplasmic reticulum and TAP proteins, and proteins are degraded in cytosol and transported by the protein TAP. The associated protein is beta 2 microglobulin. So this was about the MHC1. So let's talk about the MHC2 now. So MHC2 is actually these two cells are involved, immune cells interact. So the loci that for the MHC1 were A, B, C, but the loci for the MHC2 are DP, HLA-DP, HLA-DQ and HLA-DR. The chains are 2 alpha and 2 beta. The expression is only on the antigen presenting cell, that is the dendritic cell, the beta cells, Langerhans cells and macrophages. The mnemonic for the antigen presenting cell is BAM. B is for the B cells, and then L is for Langerhans cells, M is for macrophages, and BAM D. D is for the dendritic cell. The function is to present the exogenous antigens, that is the bacteria and the extracellular protein, to CD4 cell and the helper cell, not the cytotoxic T cell. Cytotoxic T cell is involved in MHC1. The antigen loading is via the lysosome. Lysosome take the antigen, and there is N variant chain, that is a blocker group, and the antigen is loaded. The associated protein is actually the invariant chain. There is one condition that we call as bare lymphocyte syndrome. So bare lymphocyte syndrome is a condition in which there is no MHC and there is no T cell function. There are two types, type 1 and type 2. Type 1 is when there is a problem with the MHC1, so there is no CD8. CD8 is absent, so it can't kill infected cell. There is only one pathway, and that is TAP pathway. So the reason could be mutation in the TAP, or there is decreased level of MHC1. The surface infection, it can result in the surface infection, for example, chronic respiratory infections, vasculitis or skin granulomas, and immunoglobulins are normally normal or the number decreases mild. Whereas MHC2, the type 2 bare lymphocyte syndrome, there is a problem with MHC2. There is no CD4 problem. So CD4 is not there. So T cell and B cells both are affected. Transcription factor mutation, and there will be decreased level of MHC2. So it is very severe form, like the severe combined immunodeficiency syndrome. The level of immunoglobulin is also low in type 2 bare lymphocyte syndrome. Let's move on and talk about the different HLAs that are present in different diseases. So if we talk about the HLA-B27, HLA-B27 is present in diseases that can be remembered by the mnemonic pair. P is for the psoriatic arthritis, A is for ankylosing spondylitis, I is for IBD associated arthritis, and R is for reactive arthritis. So these this is you can remember by mnemonic or pair. And then there is a line, a 27-year-old but spine holding a pair of inflamed joints. Then there is a DQ HLA, HLA DQ2 and HLA DQ8. That is the diet and the diabetes. So they are actually, these HLAs are responsible for celiac disease and type 1 diabetes mellitus. Then there is a DR, that is autoimmune drama. So in all these autoimmune diseases, the DR is increased. So there is DR3 and then DR4. DR3 is the one that is present in many autoimmune diseases, for instance type 1 diabetes, SLE, Graves, Addison and Hashimoto. So these are the autoimmune diseases. So DR3 is present in the autoimmune disease, where DR4 is actually present 4 walls in a rheumatology room. So rheumatological diseases, DR4 is present, and Addison's and the rheumatoid arthritis. So DR4, 4 walls in the rheumatology room, and DR3 is for the autoimmune diseases. DR5 is for the anemia. Since there are 5 letters in anemia, so DR5 is present pernicious anemia and also in the Hashimoto thyroiditis. There are 3 conditions that there are 4 other conditions that you need to remember about the HLA. So narcolepsy, so you can remember by mnemonic sleepy at 6 a.m. So HLA DQB10602 is present in the narcolepsy. Multiple sclerosis, that is DRB1151. Nerve damage in teens, young adults. So remember the 15 that is present in multiple sclerosis. Then there is alloprenol reaction. The alloprenol reaction is actually present 58, fire skin reaction. Fire skin reaction, alloprenol can cause the TEN and STS, Stevens-Johnson syndrome and TEN. So alloprenol reaction can be remembered by the mnemonic B5801. Then the last is a ulcerative colitis, DRB113. So colon is like a 1 tube, and you can remember it as one tube, it gets severely inflamed. So these are some different things, but they are easy to remember by the mnemonics that we have discussed. So let's move on to the next topic. So let's talk about the natural killer cells. So the natural killer cells are actually can be remembered, the function can be remembered by the mnemonic kill fast. So K is for the kill virus infected cells and the tumor cell. I is for the instant and the innate immunity. L is for the low MHC1 that can trigger killing. L is for the launch porphyrin and granozyme, that is apoptosis. F is for the FC receptors, that is CD16, antibody dependent cell mediated cytotoxicity, antibody dependent cell mediated cytotoxicity. And the next one is the activated by interleukin 12, interferon alpha and interferon beta. And S is for secrete interferon gamma, activate macrophages. T is for the target stress cell, missing cell signals. So kill fast is the mnemonic for the natural killer cell. B cell is responsible for the antibodies, and there are 3 P's. They present the antigens, they produce the antibodies, and they persist like a memory cells. So next is beta cells become better with practice, so they are responsible for the memory B cell as well. So if we talk about the T cells mnemonic is tactic. T is for the type 4 hypersensitivity. A is for the autoimmune system, that is the CD4, that is the helper C beta cells, help the B cells, enhance the macrophages potential, lead immune response, that is by cytokines, and promote the inflammation. So help mnemonic is for the autoimmune system, that is the CD4. H is the help the B cells, enhance macrophages, lead the immune reaction, and promote inflammation. C is actually for the cytotoxic killing, that is CD8, that is responsible for the kill using perforins and the enzyme like natural killer cells. They kill the virus infected in the tumor cell, donor graft cell, by inducing apoptosis, and they also release the granules containing perforated protein. Then the next is the T. T is for the tumor and virus killing. I is for the immune regulation via cytokines. C is for the cellular rejection, that is a transplant, acute and chronic. So tactic is the one that is responsible, that is a mnemonic for the T cells. So let's move on. Then there are 4 types of T helper cell: Th1, Th2, Th17, and T regulatory protein. So Th1 is actually the one that is responsible for activating the macrophages and the cytotoxic T cells. They actually secrete the interferon gamma and interleukin 2. Whereas Th2 is responsible for activating the eosinophils that are responsible for the secretion of IgE. And there are 4, 5, 6 interleukins that are being secreted in 10 and 13. Th17 induces the neutrophilic infiltration, and there are 3 interleukins, that is 17, 21 and 22. T regulatory is actually the TAME response that regulate and prevent the autoimmunity, maintain tolerance. Then there is TGF-B, interleukin 10 and interleukin 35 that suppress the CD4 and CD8. There is one, they also secrete the interleukin 3, 4 and 25. Regulatory cue control the hive. So these proteins, that is FOXP3 hive, produce anti-inflammatory cytokines, interleukin 10 and TGF-B. TAME response, so it actually regulate, it prevent the autoimmunity. We will talk more about the immunology. We are going to discuss positive versus negative selection in the next video. Thank you for watching.